So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third title fight of the evening, and in this bout we have Tanbir Uddin versus Shafqat Salim. And coming out of the blue corner first, it's Tanbir Uddin, fighting out of Legends Muay Thai in London, and this is the bout for the 75 kilo kickboxing title. And we just got Tanbir coming out right now, and just having a look at his bio over here. He's only had 3 inter-club bouts before, so he's making his debut in this sort of environment, and he weighed in at 74.9 kilos. Legends Muay Thai, we've already had one of another participant from the team fight earlier, and we've got his teammate now fighting for the title. So the penultimate fight of the evening, guys. It's been a great night so far, and it's gonna again looking forward to this bout as well.
Yeah, definitely one which could be potentially fight of the night in my opinion. Legends Muay Thai, headed by Galor Bafando, a renowned kickboxer, K1 fighter, and obviously all the way from Birmingham we have Shafqat Salim.
Shafqat Salim.
Right, this is Shaf T1000 Salim. Has brought a big crowd from Birmingham here. Fights out of First Reaction MMA under head coach Aki Zaman. Shaf Salim is the reigning BBFS welterweight champion in MMA. He's fought on both the inaugural BBFS 1 show and also defended his title successfully in a close decision on BBFS 3. I think Shaf's come out now to make a statement because, speaking it to him after his last bout, he wasn't happy with it, and I think this time you're going to see he's going to want to put out more of a dominant performance, and obviously he reverts back to his bread and butter, which is his Muay Thai.
I'm looking forward to seeing Shafqat fight. I think this is going to be a brilliant fight. And like you said, he comes from a great team in Birmingham, and as you can hear, massive support in the building.
Yeah, you'd probably think you were in Birmingham by the look of the support and the sound of the support here. But yeah, these guys, they travel with their fans everywhere.
Definitely a very loyal following the First Reaction MMA team.
But fair play to his opponent, Tanbir Uddin. He's obviously confident, knowing full well that he's only fought in 3 inter-club fights. And the inter-club is not like this, there's a lot more people around, there's no bright lights, there's no footage television crews, there's certainly not commentators and judges surrounding him, to this capacity. And I'm telling you, he would not step in here if he didn't think he was fighter worthy. And I think this is going to be a great fight. I think this is more experience over the newcomer. But this game is full of surprises. We're still learning, the roster of fighters who continue to join the Blackbeard Fight Series roster.
I mean, whenever I've seen Shafqat fight, he brings it, and I don't think it's going to be no different tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready, and this is going to be a good fight.
This is the co-main event. A welterweight 75 kilo kickboxing title bout. Introducing in the blue corner, fighting out of London, Legends Muay Thai, Tanbir Uddin.
Tanbir's got a bit of support too.
And in the red corner, his opponent, fighting out of Birmingham, First Reaction MMA, Shafqat Salim.
Birmingham in the house.
Looks like everyone else came for Shafqat. So like the MC said, the co-main event. Both fighters going to their corners now.
Shafqat, the more rangier fighter. Tanbir coming out to the Muay Thai stance. Shaf follows it up with a straight teep. Nice inside leg kicks there by Uddin.
Uddin with a traditional sort of stance.
Very high guard.
Superman punch there, misses Shaf. Lovely inside leg kick there by Shaf. He's a southpaw.
Good inside leg kick there by Uddin.
I think Shaf's waiting for that kick to come through again now, like he did there, just stepped out of the way.
In contrast to the other fight earlier on this evening where there was a southpaw.
Big hook there, connects nicely.
Tanbir's circling around to the right side this time.
That's correct, yeah.
Both guys are a lot more measured, aren't they? They're a lot more patient. Just looking for that opening.
Couple of nice leg kicks here by Uddin.
Great blocks by Shafqat though.
Nice head kick there. Ran out to the head. Teeing off now, Shaf. Uddin covers up. Not letting him off the hook. Uppercut followed by another jab. Cross.
For a moment, I don't think Tanbir knew where he was.
Yeah,
he's struggling at the
he went off
moment.
balance. Knee flying knee
Can he
there.
survive the last few seconds? I mean, it's
Certainly felt that they did. Spinning back kick. Great first round.
Great movement by Shafqat there. It was really nice early on when he went to do a high kick and his leg came up so effortlessly straight up to Tanbir's head.
I mean, you can see Shafqat is just sizing him up, taking his time and just looking for that opening, and just unleashing absolute power.
Yeah, he's already a champion. You know, he's got that mindset. You know, this is another bonus title for him, and quite rightly, why not do it on Blackbeard's Fight Series Strikers Night and going back to his roots, which is Muay Thai kickboxing. You know, these guys started out in Muay Thai. You know, the coaches at Blackbeard MMA. Sorry, I beg your pardon. At First Reaction MMA, and they've really become well-rounded now. And now Shafqat, Shaf T1000 Salim looking to add the K1 welterweight title to his existing MMA title. Uddin, I think, thoughts there on Tanbir Uddin?
I think he started off really well, looked energetic, and I think just towards the end, Shafqat started opening up, and this, I think there was something that I don't know if it winded him, Tanbir, and he went onto the back foot. But Shafqat is just, it doesn't look like he's breathing at the moment.
It just
cool.
Shafqat put on a great combination, and for a moment he stunned Tanbir. And when he turned around, he didn't realise where he was, and Shafqat went straight back to work.
That's the danger of, never taking your eyes off your opponent and turning your back. Nice kick there. I mean, they both threw the kicks. I think Shafqat landed first and kept Uddin off balance. Side kick by Shaf, followed by a round out to the body.
I think he felt that. I think he felt that sort of kick to the ribs.
Inside kick.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's turning away. He shouldn't be turning away from his opponent like that. It's really dangerous. Uddin is
good knee there as well from Shafqat.
He's hanging on in there.
Tanbir's breathing very heavily, keeps on getting caught off balance.
Outside leg kick from Shaf Salim.
I think Tanbir needs to keep his hands up and check a lot more of those kicks and a bit more movement, lateral movement.
I mean, there was glimpses of when he was sort of coming in, taking that range away, and Shafqat was, he was struggling to land a 1-2. I think he needs to sort of carry on doing the same, but just be a bit more successful with his punches. Because at the minute, traditionally a Muay Thai guy, he's going to be used to just throwing the leg kicks.
And what's important is what you mentioned earlier is about the champion mindset. You could just tell that Shafqat is so relaxed in there. You know.
He's relaxed, and he's the only one that's actually attacking. Like if you watch what's going on, Tanbir's kind of just trying to anticipate what Shafqat's going to do, and Shafqat just puts together a flurry, and Tanbir's just reacting to it.
The low high kick there by Shaf. Outside leg kick. These leg kicks are certainly going to slow down his opponent. Saying that, you know, Shaf has also eaten leg kicks earlier on in the rounds. But I think that round there, Fuzzle, I say Shaf was more of the attacking fighter.
Yeah, I think again, he put together the nicer combinations. He put together more of the pressure. A few of the times when he hit Tanbir was, you could see he didn't know exactly where he was. He turned the wrong way a couple of times, and from that point on, now Tanbir's just not been quite the aggressor, and then it's just all been actually at the pace that Shafqat wants to fight at.
I think that clearly shows an experience. It shows an experience there in the terms of when you're turning away from your fighter.
I don't think he's doing it on purpose. I think it's just like, you know, I think Shafqat's living up to his gym's name, First Reaction. You know, he's putting in he's putting in the work early. He's putting the combinations together, and Tanbir's just struggling to react to it.
And when I saw a Shaf fight last time, massive difference to how he's performing tonight. It just looks that more focused and a lot more, you know,
Blind knee to the body of Uddin. It did connect, followed by a jab.
Yeah. But that would have been because Shafqat's a southpaw. It's actually a straight. You got him with a straight to the jaw.
Yeah.
Good outside kick there.
Liver kick there. You know, for a Muay Thai guy, I'd probably expect Uddin to be sort of checking a lot of more of these kicks, but he's not doing that, you know. Lovely teep, using his range there beautifully. Salim.
Yeah. Tanbir's not putting together a combination enough to open Shafqat up. He keeps on hoping to see that there's an opening and just goes straight in. And it's just not going to work. So he winds up and he has to think again. Winds up, has to think again.
The jab and cross to the body from Shaf, followed by the leg kick. Uddin replies with a leg kick of his own, but doesn't connect.
I mean, fair play to Uddin. He's staying in there, but he's taking a lot of punishment at the moment.
Yeah, I think. The level, you know, for a championship contender, you know, certainly, it may be lacking. I mean,
saying that, Uddin just coming with a great flurry of punches there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a contender for sure. You know, and anything can still happen in this fight. You know, it takes one punch to put your lights out, and this is K1. I've seen it happen many times before when the underdog's on the back foot, and you know, we're saying that he's just come forward there, looping hands. He's obviously struggling with the range.
I think he needs to cut that range off it. He's giving him too much space. Uddin is. He needs to just come forward and stay in the pocket maybe, and neutralize those kicks.
I still think it's Shafqat who's asserting his dominance. He's the one chasing Tanbir around the gym. Around the ring. He's certainly if you look at the look on their faces, like Shafqat's completely composed, quite calm, and Tanbir just looks as though he's still trying to work out how to get inside, and I think that's where he's missed the trick. He needs to put together something else to open up Shafqat so he can come in and do what it is, assert his game. He can't put his game together because he can't open Shafqat up.
I mean, it reminds me of the previous fight between Finley Judd and Assad from Team Blackbeard MMA. Like, it was a Ranger fighter he was fighting against. And he got in beautifully. So it was the movement more than anything. He's smaller. He's a compact fighter. He needs to sort of get in there, in that range. And the only way he's going to do that is when the jabs come. He needs to slip, change angles. But because Uddin is again, he's coming in straight lines. and he's been, he's getting picked off.
I mean, you say jabs. Shafqat's not throwing a lot of jabs. He's throwing a lot of kicks.
Yeah.
Lots of strikes.
And
Very nice leg
And he
kick.
needs to, I think what then Uddin needs to just come into him, not give him the space for the kicks, fight in the pocket and just stay right up to him.
Yeah, he's letting Shafqat have that range.
Absolutely.
Fighting on the outside.
I think Shaf prefers the cross more, fakes the jab, throws the cross, and then you'll get the leg kick with that as well. Shaf needs to keep his hands up there because Uddin is dangerous, close. Like I said, one punch, could change the game.
That's it. You got to remain focused. You might be dominating a fight, but like you said, it just takes that one punch.
He's doing the right thing now because he's moving. He's not being a straight target now.
Yeah.
There's more movement, and what's stopping him from throwing an overhand? So Shaf needs to keep those hands up and not get too relaxed.
If I was Uddin at this point, I'd probably sacrifice a kick or something to come inside.
Yeah.
So open him up, throw a kick or a punch to put Shafqat off a little bit. Come inside, probably eat one or block one, and then once you're inside the pocket, let go of those hands. But right now, whilst he's fighting outside, it's Shafqat who's dictating where and how things are going to work.
Yeah, stalking him round the ring is Shaf. Uddin's doing well to, he's not being a standing target, but obviously the time is ticking away, and I think we're in the fourth round now. We're in championship round now, I believe.
I guess
I think
you're right.
so, yeah.
See, the interesting thing is, even though Tanbir's moving to the left, Shafqat realizes this and he throws that left kick and slows him down. There you go.
Yeah.
Every time he wants to slow Tanbir down and get him to behave.
Nice side kick there.
There we go. The problem is Tanbir, he can't keep marching in like that to try and hit Shafqat. It's just not going to work. We've got one more round left, guys.
Yeah, final round coming up now, guys. And I think it's just going to be formality for Shafqat here.
I think the key here, rightly so, Tanbir. I think the key here now would be to, Shaf not to take any risks, take any chances, just to keep his hands up and keep teeing off, keep picking him off. I think Uddin, he's gonna be aggressive in this round, so I think it's a case of just Shafqat just relaxing and just making sure he's, he doesn't take any necessary risks. But I'll tell you now, Uddin's corner are going to be telling him, it's now or never, and he really has to sort of do something. He needs a knockout, basically.
Yeah.
He needs a stoppage to win this fight.
His corner really, I hope they've let him know that he needs to kind of start getting that movement up a bit and trying to get inside the pocket, but without marching straight forward. Shafqat just needs to keep doing what he's doing.
That's right. It's just, like I said earlier,
That kick.
not take any risks.
That right kick to the face just missed.
He grazed him.
Yeah, I think the toes just flicked the face. Nice teep there by Shaf. Hook cross, connects with the cross. Shaf's got to make sure he keeps that right hand up when he's throwing, because he's dropping that right hand.
That kick bothered Tanbir there. You can see it on his face. If you don't want those kicks to bother you, you need to block them. Can't just eat, your thigh is only going to eat so much.
That's correct. Yes. And like we said earlier, he's not checking any of the kicks. He's not sort of shortening the range or anything.
Yeah. You can see he's getting a little bit frustrated here. Nice.
And Uddin's coming forward now. I think he sensed desperation. See, that's where he has success, when he cuts off Shaf's range. That's where he's finding more success, and he needs to continue to do the same.
See, the problem here, right, is that Tanbir keeps on moving outside. He's not quite understood how to work the ring yet. He needs to kind of march towards Shafqat a little bit and get him into the corner so he can use these ropes and these corners to his advantage. Then he can start applying some sort of game for that will work for him.
I mean, you're right, 100%. I mean, end of the day, Shafqat's actually dictating the pace here. So, you know, in the times Uddin will get him in the corner, like he has done a few times there.
This
He
is
can
the
take
bit-
full advantage. You know, one knee there to the body. But I mean, Uddin definitely looks dangerous when he has Shafqat up against the cage. We're in the last 10 seconds of the bout.
But this is all for experience, I guess.
Absolutely, and like you were just saying earlier, I think Uddin was not sort of changing up the strategy. He kept the same strategy, which unfortunately Shafqat, had worked out. But again, we can't take anything away from Uddin. He stayed in there for the 5 rounds. He battled, showed a lot of heart because he took a lot of punishment there in some of those rounds.
Most certainly. I mean, for all the criticism, but it's all supposed to be constructive. At the same time, he's still standing.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, everything that Shafqat threw him, he's still standing. He just couldn't find the rhythm he wanted and the movement he needed.
MC just about to give us the decision for the co-main event of the evening.
The red corner. I don't think Sam's microphone was working there, but the decision by unanimous decision was to red corner Shafqat.
Fantastic performance from Shafqat, and we're just going to have Sean Open who's saying just taking a mic and asking the champion a few questions.
Shafqat, can I have a moment, please? Shafqat Salim, Shaf T1000 Salim. How do you feel, Shaf? You're embarrassed to me. Alhamdulillah, I feel good. We went hard, don't want to fight. We didn't expect to win 2 rounds. We came here for 5 rounds, we played for 5, and that's how we went. We'd like to have the victory. We worked hard. That's the way it is. Okay, Tanbir Uddin, when he closed the distance down, when he got in, did you feel that he was at a threat at any point? Like, a few times you were up against the ropes. Did that worry you at any time?
Yes, for sure, no. When we drill sparring and stuff like that, we always do the pressure. Switching that pace direction. Doesn't really push you, so I don't feel any pressure. This is just a normal day for us.
You seemed like you were in control most of that bout. You're the Blackbeard Fight Series welterweight MMA champion. You've obviously reverted back to your roots, which is Muay Thai. Do you see yourself competing in both in the future to defend both titles, or do you think it'll be one or the other?
If my joints and bones hold up, why not? I'd like to continue, for as long as I can. Represent, coaches only do Thai boxing, but as you say, we're ready to MMA. We've gone back to Thai boxing, and this is where we are.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your champion, Shaf Salim.
Well done, Shafqat.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Shafqat Salim taking the welterweight 75 kilo kickboxing title.